What if I told you that one of the most famous and successful authors in the world was once living in despair, on the verge of giving up? J.K. Rowling's life could have ended in obscurity and failure, but instead, it became a testament to resilience, self-belief, and the magic of perseverance. In this video, we'll take you through her incredible journey in 10 defining moments that will not only inspire you, but will make you realize that no matter where you are in life, your story is far from over. Stay until the end, and you'll learn how you too can rise from the ashes, just like Rowling did. 10. A passion for stories begins early. J.K. Rowling, born Joanne Rowling in 1965, grew up in a small village in England. From a young age, she had a deep love for reading and storytelling. Her parents were avid readers, and Rowling soon found herself creating stories of her own. As a child, she wrote her first book about a rabbit named Rabbit at the age of 6. This was a sign of things to come, but it wasn't something anyone thought would lead to fame or fortune. Rowling's love for writing continued throughout her school years, but she never considered it a serious career path. Like many of us, she was taught to be practical. Instead of pursuing creative writing, she attended the University of Exeter, studying French with the intent of becoming a bilingual secretary. It was a far cry from her dream of becoming an author, but Rowling was unsure how to turn her passion into a career. 9. The loss of her mother. Rowling's 20s were marked by a tragic event that would have a profound impact on her life and writing. In 1990, her mother, Anne Rowling, passed away after a long battle with multiple sclerosis. Rowling was devastated. She had been very close to her mother, and her death left a lasting void in her life. The loss of her mother not only deepened Rowling's grief, but also had a direct influence on the Harry Potter series. She has mentioned in interviews that much of Harry's experience with the death of his parents is a reflection of her own pain. This period of personal sorrow became the emotional foundation for one of the key themes in her books, loss and how it shapes us. 8. The birth of Harry Potter. In 1990, shortly after her mother's passing, Rowling was traveling by train from Manchester to London when the idea for Harry Potter came to her in a flash of inspiration. The image of a young boy who didn't know he was a wizard suddenly appeared in her mind. Rowling has described the moment as one of complete clarity. She could see the whole world of Hogwarts, the characters, and the plot all at once. But despite the brilliance of the idea, Rowling didn't immediately start writing the book. She spent the next several years thinking about the world and the characters, fleshing out the details in her mind. The story of Harry Potter wasn't written overnight, but it was slowly forming in her imagination, waiting for the right moment to come to life. 7. A move to Portugal and a difficult marriage. In 1991, Rowling moved to Portugal to teach English. It was a new chapter in her life, and she hoped that living abroad would give her a fresh start. While in Portugal, she met and married a journalist, and they had a daughter, Jessica. However, the marriage was short-lived and difficult. Within a few years, Rowling found herself back in the UK as a single mother, unemployed, and struggling with the pressures of raising a child on her own. This period of Rowling's life was marked by financial hardship and emotional turmoil. She was living in Edinburgh, surviving on state benefits, and suffering from clinical depression. At times, she felt like a complete failure. But despite the overwhelming challenges she faced, Rowling didn't give up on her dream of writing. She used whatever spare moments she had to work on Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, often writing in local cafes while Jessica slept beside her. 6. Rejection after rejection. Once Rowling completed the manuscript for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, she began the arduous process of finding a publisher. This turned out to be one of the most discouraging phases of her career. Rowling sent her manuscript to 12 different publishers, and each one rejected her. It would have been easy for her to give up at this point. After all, how many rejections does it take before you start doubting yourself? But Rowling kept pushing forward. Even when the world was saying no, she held on to her belief that her story was worth telling. This determination is a powerful reminder that failure and rejection are not the end. Sometimes they're just part of the process. 5. The breakthrough. Finally, after months of rejection, Rowling's manuscript landed on the desk of an editor at Bloomsbury Publishing. The editor, Nigel Newton, handed the first few chapters to his 8-year-old daughter, who read them and immediately wanted more. That was the turning point. Bloomsbury decided to publish Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, though they warned Rowling that she shouldn't expect to make much money from it. In fact, they suggested she continue teaching to support herself. The first print run of the book was just 500 copies, but it didn't take long for the magic of Harry Potter to capture the world's attention. Word of mouth spread quickly, and soon enough, the book was flying off shelves. Rowling's dream was finally becoming a reality. 4. The explosion of success. What happened next was nothing short of extraordinary. By the time the second book, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, was published, Rowling had become a literary sensation. Children and adults alike were captivated by the wizarding world she had created. The Harry Potter series was translated into multiple languages and became a global phenomenon. Over the next decade, the books would go on to sell over 500 million copies worldwide, making Rowling one of the best-selling authors in history. But Rowling didn't stop there. In addition to the books, the Harry Potter series spawned a highly successful film franchise, theme parks, merchandise, and more. The world of Hogwarts became an empire, and Rowling was at the helm. 3. Billionaire status and beyond. In 2004, Rowling achieved something no other author had ever done before. She became the first writer to reach billionaire status. This milestone was a testament to the immense success of the Harry Potter series. But despite her wealth, Rowling remained grounded. She continued to write, expanding the Harry Potter universe with new stories, screenplays, and spin-offs like Fantastic Beasts. Rowling's rise to billionaire status wasn't just about money. It was about the impact her stories had on millions of people around the world. She had created a universe that inspired readers to believe in magic, friendship, and the power of love. And she did it all by following her passion, even when the odds were stacked against her. 2. Giving back. One of the most remarkable things about J.K. Rowling is her commitment to giving back. Despite her vast fortune, she has donated hundreds of millions to charity. In fact, she has given away so much of her wealth that she dropped off the Forbes billionaire list in 2012. Rowling is particularly dedicated to causes that focus on multiple sclerosis research, poverty alleviation, and children's welfare. Her philanthropy is a powerful reminder that true success isn't just about personal achievement. It's also about making a difference in the world. Rowling's story is one of perseverance, but it's also one of generosity and compassion. She uses her platform not only to entertain, but also to uplift and support those in need. 1. The power of belief. At the core of J.K. Rowling's journey is one simple yet profound truth: belief. Belief in her story, belief in her characters, and most importantly, belief in herself. Even when her life was at its lowest point, when she was broke, depressed, and overwhelmed by rejection, she never stopped believing that her dream was worth fighting for. That belief carried her through the darkest times and brought her to a place of unimaginable success. J.K. Rowling's story is proof that no matter how tough life gets, no matter how many rejections you face, if you have a dream and you believe in it, you can achieve things beyond your wildest imagination. Her journey is a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of holding on to hope, even when the world tells you to let go. And there you have it, the incredible story of J.K. Rowling, filled with struggles, triumphs, and the magic of believing in yourself. If her story inspired you, imagine what you could accomplish with the same perseverance. Hit that subscribe button to join us as we uncover more stories of success. And remember, your story could be the next one we tell.